am so pleased to hear your voice. I cannot tell you. After all this frustration, my God, all this machinery in between us.
I know. So many people want to see you back. Many people have asked the same question is, will we see you on Heartland again?
Yeah, you know that I don't have the answer for that. Oh, of course, she could come back from Florida.
She could come back from Florida. That's what we're hoping. That's what we're hoping. The question was from someone named Stefan, and he asked, what was your favorite moment working with Ty and Amy?
Well, we had a lot of fun when you say Ty and Amy together. I can think of only one episode where I was bouncing off both of them or relating to both of them. The one where Ty rescues Mrs. Bell from the geriatric home that she's in, pretending that I was Amy. And that was a great deal of fun. Yeah, climbing off the motorcycle. And then that was the one where the birthday party where Sugarfoot went sort of crazy and rampaged through the birthday party. It was a real fun shoot. Yeah.
Well, this is just Mrs. Bell's pet. We were coming for a visit. I hope that's okay.
No, that's not okay.
Pets can be very therapeutic at retirement homes.
Yeah, dogs may be, but that's a horse.
Okay, I understand, but Sugarfoot is very well behaved.
Sugarfoot?
Stop him!
Sugarfoot!
Sugarfoot! My cake! Shoo!
I remember now what the line was they had in that I thought was so funny when I read the script. When he comes to rescue me, I say, let's blow this geriatric pop stand. I thought.
Because after what happened with that little horse of yours, this is the last straw. I have no choice but to recommend to administration that you pack your bags and leave.
Well, that suits me perfectly then, because that is exactly what I was about to do.
Are you ready?
Let's blow this geriatric popsicle stand.
All right.
Yeah, take me home.
I thought, okay, that says it all. She wanted out of there.
That's another question someone asked, is they asked about the time when, this is from Ashton, and he was wondering about the scene you did with Graham Wardle when beating up Chase Powers.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That's him. That's the truck. That's the truck that spooked Sugarfoot.
That's for running Mrs. Bell off the road. I'll get you those muffins.
You want to know how easy was it to act that scene?
Oh, it's me. Yeah, I mean, we pull these characters out of ourselves, you know, and yeah, that's just me. I have that level of energy. So everybody thought the fists thing, you know, was been directed to do, but no, it just came out spasmodically.
So that's awesome. So that was like more of a an impromptu type of a scene.
Yeah, it was an improv.
Wow.
Yeah, wasn't expected. In fact, I thought they might cut it because I thought maybe they want Mrs. Bell to be older type person, you know, maybe they will cut this energetic scene, but no, everybody loved it. So they kept it.
Everyone loved it. So Jan asked, where was Mrs. Bell supposed to be in the later season?
Florida. They sent her down to live with her sister in Florida. And that's, you know, where I fell over the garden gnome and broke a hip.
Wait till you hear this. You know the accident that I had at my sister's place in Florida.
You tripped over a garden gnome.
The devil broke my hip.
So I don't know why I went back down to Florida after having that episode. And I said to Ty, I really didn't like it down there, you know.
That's right. How did you feel about, Jennifer asked, how did you feel about Ty leaving, about Graham Wardle leaving the show?
I'm not surprised a bit. He was talking about leaving when we were doing the geriatric scene in the old age home with a motorcycle. He was talking about leaving 10 years ago. And so they obviously had to wait to find a time or convince him to stay, or no, he had wanted to move on and do other things. He was locked into this one character. And the people had expectations of who Ty was. And so Graham stayed on that path and he did a fabulous job being Ty. Everybody thinks of Graham as Ty, to see what other directions he could go.
This is from Sandra. What other movies and shows can people see you in if they wanted to watch?
You can go to IMDb, you know, the listing that we have on IMDb, Anna Ferguson, actor, IMDb, and it lists everything I've done right up to one of the recent things I did was play Ron James's mother, the Canadian comedian.
So you talked a little about the beginning. This is from Ramona. She wants to know, where do you see the future of Heartland going?
Well, it's set a record now. It's the
Yeah.
longest running CBC show. I mean, it's phenomenal, just phenomenal. Heather is such a good writer. She has such savvy, and she knows what the public wants.
Oh, speaking of that, I wanted to ask you, this is from Mike. Do you think Michael Weinberg should be given a speaking role in season 16?
He's a wonderful man. I love Michael, but I can't see him feeling comfortable. You know, Alfred Hitchcock, you've heard of Alfred Hitchcock and his mystery shows. Well, he commonly did walk on things in a crowd, or he'd walk across the back of a scene. It was always hilarious. But when he did it, he was always out of character and he always stole the scene. So, you know, suddenly you're out west and you're riding horses and then this guy walks by. I suppose Michael Weinberg could appear as a businessman from Toronto or from the East who's come out to buy some purebred horses.
That's a great idea. They put him in season 15 as a chauffeur. So he said maybe he looked more like, he didn't have a speaking role. He was a background actor.
Okay.
He just opens the door and closes it. But it's very, very good.
That's very Alfred Hitchcock sort of thing to do.
Yeah. You know, I'm starting to wonder, this person's name is Mike that asked this question. I wonder if it's him that asked this question.
I wonder if it's him.
It probably was. Was Heartland your favorite set?
I'd say yes. It's so gorgeous and the people are lovely and it's very, very, well written, well organized, good directors, fabulous DOPs, the guys that make sure the light is on you correctly, and very good crews.
And don't forget those producers.
And then don't forget the producers, and don't forget the CBC. Wonderful to work with the CBC. And I'm glad we got in contact finally.
I know, me too.
And as usual, keep Heartland strong. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe for more great videos all about Heartland. Bye for now.